There are a lot of issues with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm not gonna tell you that the game is perfect. I'm not gonna say this game is the best game on the planet. Obviously, it's not. There are better games, obviously. And this game has a fundamental issue with a lot of its core concepts. For instance, let's just say I'm trying to teach you how to play the game. Let's say I go into training mode and I say, all right, guys, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a technique that I learned that's super cool. Well, I would have to learn it for both common and standard controls. I feel like having standard controls was the first issue among a bevy of other issues within the game. There's a certain issue where you'll freeze. There's an issue with the invisible walls. There's an issue with the combos dropping randomly, and sometimes you'll have to have a little pause buffer when you're trying to do a special move. It doesn't feel as snappy as Budokai Tenkaichi 3, really. It doesn't have that same snappy feel or effect, and that's okay. I'm happy that we even have the game to complain about it overall. And I also have an issue with the rank match on the fact of the matter of you go into ranked and you get a player match, there's only rooms. There should be a ranked mode or a player mode where you don't have to worry about your rank, where you could boot up to people and fight them around the world and not go into a room with player match. That'd be beautiful. That'd be nice. There's also an issue with people thinking that they're top 100 in the world. I'm not really sure where that mindset came from. So if we go to DP battle mode, let's see where I'm at. I'm not that high. I think I'm S2 now. I got knocked down pretty bad because I just been goofing around too much. I've been knocked down pretty bad. Yeah, I'm 75. I am not 75th in the world. I'm not. I want to point this out. I am not 75th in the world. I am very low because there is a Z ranking. This person, whoever this guy is number one in the world. Pondupai, Twitch, he's number one in the world. This guy, because he's Z rank. Number one in the world. That's where he's at. And everybody else here in Z rank, Watchdog Man, he's number 100 in the world. He'd be 100 in the world. This is the true ranking of where you got to be at if you want to consider yourself, oh, I'm top in the world, top world. You're not. You're not top in the world. It's not where you're at. That's ridiculous. There are so many other ever-lying, ever-present issues, but one thing I want to discuss right now among the game is deeply the ungratefulness of the community. This is one of the most ungrateful communities of all time. And I understand that you guys want specific characters. You guys want the Dragon Ball characters because that feels Tenkaichi 3. You guys want specific things. You guys wanted more characters from the Tournament of Power. I get that. I understand you guys wanted all these characters. I get it. You guys are upset about seeing the same few characters in ranked mode or the same few things. I understand the anger. I grasp it. I'm right there with you with the anger. I really am. I want more from this game. But because this is a game that is a modern day game, they can add that stuff. We have the game now. We have the game. Even if they left it in the state that it is, we still have the game. We can mod it. We can fix it ourselves. There's so many mods within this game. But the ungratefulness I'm hearing in the outpours of the community from them saying, well, this game should have been this, the game should have been that. The complaints I'm hearing are insane. And it is not me disliking the game. The game in itself, to me, is perfect. I can launch into a match right now, have a fun time. My issue is the people continually saying that there's something fundamentally wrong with the game. Let's take my team, for example, right here. This is not a good team to me. I just was playing around to see if I could put Weelo and Kefla on one team. I enjoyed that. But we'll see people, right? You'll see all these characters, right? And you'll say there's 180 characters. Well, that's just not true. There are not 180 characters. There are maybe 81 characters and a bunch of other forms. There are not 180 characters. There's this Cell, who is just one character taking up 5 slots, essentially. Second form, perfect form, and other form in this one. And I consider Cell Jr. to be in the same vein. I consider this character 5 slots. There's this character, who is taking up 5 slots. There's Frieza Z and Frieza Super. Never seen a Frieza Super online, not gonna lie to you. There's that. There is Goku, who by himself probably takes up about 20 slots, not including transformations. And including transformations, there's still a bunch of Gokus. This is Goten, but it's counted as a separate character. Now, that's how Tenkaichi has always been. It has always been this. I have no complaints because each transformation feels like a different character. Like, you cannot tell me that this Janemba feels like Super Janemba at all. You cannot tell me that. You also can't tell me that the Super Saiyan God version of this character feels exactly like the base version. It doesn't. They feel like two different characters. Every character has the same combo system. That's for sure fair. We understand that. We grasp that. But when we get up to here, nobody's going to go out of their way to pick a 7 or just a transformed state of a character unless they don't really play the game. So you're really left with 81 characters, and among those 81 characters, only a very few viable ones, considering also you're combining into other characters. Yes, people are going to pick fusion characters. Yes, people are going to pick the strongest on single battle mode. Why wouldn't they? Why would they not pick that? You should be good with a bad character. You should. Why are you not playing with a big character that sucks? It's a bigger flex to play with a character that sucks. No, it's not. No one's going to do that. No one cares. No one cares that you're upset about the fact that no one's playing Tapion. No one's caring that the fact nobody's playing Bergamo. Oh, we got Bergamo in the game. Why is nobody picking him? I want to tell you this right now. This is very important. The reason there are so many characters in the game is so we have the option to not pick them. The reason there are so many characters in this game, I want the choice to be able to say, no, I'm not picking Android 16. No, I don't want to pick him. No, I'm not picking this Goku. That is the beauty of Tenkaichi 3. I never picked Nam. Dragon Ball 1 character. He's a Dragon Ball character in Bukai Tenkaichi 3. I never picked the Pilaf machine. Never picked that. I just want the choice to look at Dispo, think about picking him for a second, and say, nah, I'm picking somebody else. That's what I want. That is the beauty of Tenkaichi games. Yes, they're modeled. Yes, there's a lot of work put into each character. And that's beautiful. That's amazing. Maybe one day there'll be some hidden, discoverable tech within the game that'll make it worth it overall to pick these worthless characters. But overall, I just want the choice to not pick them. Most likely, I'm going to pick the Ginyu Force because I love the Ginyu Force. I love playing them. They're one of my favorite teams of all time. I'm going to be rocking with the Ginyu Force till time immemorial. They're cool. I love playing as Rikum because it rhymes with Doom. I love playing these characters. I want the option to look at the entire roster and say, I'm not picking Kui. That's what I want. I want that interaction. I want to say, yeah, I'm not picking Kui. There's no, I'm not picking him. That's what I want. I want to look at Kefla and say, I could probably squeeze Kefla into a team. That's what I want. I want to look at the team and be like, yeah, I can probably squeeze Kefla, and all right, I guess I'll fill out the entire DP. Master Roshi's always my favorite. I just love Master Roshi. I love all the things about Master Roshi. And I'm going to fill it out like this. I want to play. I want to win. There are people complaining about play styles, saying, oh, it's just cheese. It's not the correct way to play the game. This is a broken mess of Dragon Ball Z. This is nonsense. This is just garbage gobbledygook. And I'm happy about it. Every time you complain about cheese, every time you complain about somebody's picking 5 characters because they just want to fill out the slot and they want a time scam, every time you complain about something switching and saying it needs to be nerfed, it shows me that you guys don't respect this game. And this game is not above criticism, obviously. Obviously, there are some things that make this game wholly unfun for a lot of people. There are so many things in this game that make it disgustingly unfun. Like, to a wide margin, there are things in this game that make it deliberately unfun. It really does. They fixed the controller bug. That was my biggest complaint. They should have spectator mode. Spectator mode, I don't know why they're on spectator mode. I go make a room right now. I think the limit is 6. If I make a player room right now, I can only put about 6 people in there, right? I believe I go to online. Let's see, online player match. I can only make 6. I create a room. Bada bing, bada boom. I make a DP battle mode. I can only put 6. I should be able to put 10 people, or at least 8. Because if I make a tournament, if I create a tournament, like do world tournament and do online, I can set the participants of the tournament to be 8. It is going to be 8 if I set it like that. That's something I can create the room. World tournament. I can set it like this, right? And I can set it to 8 people. It can be 8 people within the thing. That's what can happen. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't tested this out, I'm pretty sure you can watch the matches in tournament mode, so they can have spectator mode. It seems like there are a few quality of life tweaks that they could add to this game that could really make it better. I'm going to see what this game is in a year, realistically, and then judge it for its merits. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to judge this game for its merits. That's what I'm going to do. My goal right now in this game is just to have fun. Right now, I'm S2. I got knocked down from Z rank. I'm S2. At this point, I really don't care about my rank that much. I just want to have fun. I just want to play teams that I want to. I was really obsessed with getting to Z rank, and I finally did it. I got there. And it didn't bring me any sense of gratification. It didn't bring me any sense of joy. I just got to Z rank. That's where I was at. I was notoriously there. And I'm seeing people play these characters that are wacky and wild and chaotic. And I'm understanding that people want to play the best. People want to win. People don't want to get cheesed to death. And I understand it. Right now, I might encounter a giant. I just want to go into a match right now and see who I encounter. What am I going to encounter? I'm going to encounter a Bardock. Bardock has one of the best sparkings. Bardock is a fan favorite. Bardock is a powerful character. We love to see it. That's the power of Bardock. We love to see him. The Ginyu Force is very powerful. I feel like Jace should be 4. I feel like he is a 4-star, he's a 4 DP character. Truly, that's how I feel about him. However, with the Ginyu Force, with how they operate, I feel like because they are a weaker brand and on the 3 scale, just to fit them into the entire team, that creates a fundamental issue of why are you not picking the Ginyu Force? And it creates this thing where, oh, you don't even like the Ginyu Force. You don't even like them. I love the Ginyu Force. I really do. I like playing them. I think they are a fun, amazing team of compatriots. I think their poses are cool. I've always liked the Ginyu Force because they inspired the goofiest era of Dragon Ball Z for me, which was the era of Great Saiyaman. That's how I feel. But I'm seeing so many people just ungrateful for what we have. We have Budokai Tenkaichi 4, something that we have made fan mods about, something we have deliberately done crazy about, and I'm seeing these people not understand that this is what I feel to be the best arena fighter ever. This is the best arena fighter we are ever going to get. And I'm seeing people say it's not competitive. It's not. This is a very competitive game. This is an insanely competitive game. There's tech being discovered almost every day about how the game should be played, about how it is, about how nonsensical it is, about how ridiculous all the things feel. It feels fun. I love this. The fact that I got that instant sparking off is insane. The fact that I get these moves off is insane. The fact that this is a big issue. The back and forth of this little clash right there is a big issue. The fact that I didn't want to commit to that is an issue. I understand it. I get it. This game is not above any valid criticisms. This game should be criticized, without a doubt. It should be. However, to complain about just things that the developer chose to do that is just a core thing, like the giants and cheese, it's okay to complain about those things, right? It's okay. But to chastise and say someone's horrible and garbage, and I know the internet does not punish you. I get that. I know you enjoy not getting punished for saying the worst, most horrible things to somebody online. I get it. And it makes you feel like a big old man and feel powerful to say just horrible, evil, mean things to somebody. Oh, it makes you feel so fun. It probably makes you feel like you're a god among men to ruin someone's day. That is so cool for you. I'm proud of you. But it's just a game. This is just a game. Even when I'm losing, which this guy's really good, so he might actually just mollywop me. I didn't switch in time to get up out of there because I didn't have the chance to. But realistically, I'm going to enjoy what this match is and what he does. He's better at sidestepping than me. He's good. He has great combos. I'm impressed with what he is. And I just know, and this always happens, I know somebody's going to be like, that's because you play Giants and you play Spam. Understandable. I get that. I grasp it. I really do. That just shows me that you guys are an ungrateful community. I remember when Tenkaichi first came out, right? Tenkaichi first came out, and I was so impressed that we could play as the Giants. And they sucked. Oh, they were the worst thing in the game. Seeing the Giants in the game, nobody played Giants in the original Tenkaichis. Nobody played them. Nobody even gave them the time of day. Everybody kept saying, oh, these characters are horrible. They are garbage. They suck. They are the worst thing to ever grace the game. I hate them with my whole chest. And I understand that because for a reasonable standpoint, they did suck. They sucked deeply. They were the worst thing to ever grace the game. Now that Giants are good, everybody's playing them. Yajirobe, another problem character. He actually got a nerf. One of the few things that I never thought this game would get, especially so soon. Oh, the game just came out, and everybody was complaining about Yajirobe, saying he's too strong, he stalls. Yeah. He got a nerf, and now this makes people think that everybody can get nerfs. We can nerf after Image Strike. We can get rid of all these game mechanics that we don't like because we made the developers get rid of one thing that we don't like. We as a community got rid of it. And we got Yajirobe down, and people still play Yajirobe. People still play him. Yeah, he's got less bars, and he's less drastic, and he's less psychotic, and he's less of a threat. He is less of a problem character. He truly is. He's not as devastating as others might want him to be. However, he still is a character getting picked. I still see him in a lot of strategies and a lot of playthings. I see him everywhere. I've not seen a decrease in Yajirobe. People that want to play Yajirobe will play Yajirobe. That's what they've been doing. There's no real decrease in what I've been seeing. They've just been playing Yajirobe. That's what they've been doing. And that isn't an issue. Some people complain about me picking Kefla. They're saying like, oh, pick a character you want to play. I do want to play Kefla. I think Kefla's a great character. I think Kefla's amazing. I think Kefla is a fun character to play. There's been no game where I've been allowed to play Kefla besides Xenoverse 2. And Xenoverse 2 didn't really bode well for me. I didn't really like Xenoverse 2. Now I get to actually play as Kefla, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every minute of playing with Kefla. It is fun to play with this character. She is fun. She feels like a real fusion character. She feels like a threat, and I love playing as Kefla. She's just a fun character to play with. To see people complain about what I feel like are nonsense issues feels really scary. It feels insane to me. I see people complain about the Dragon Rush when you can just easily get out of it. I see people complain about the aspects of this game that don't need to be complained about. This super's gonna miss, and that's on me. I messed up. I shouldn't have done that, and that's understandable. I want to show off this game. I want this game to be a beautiful... I want this game to be a machination of love and skill and beauty. That's what I want this game to be. But it is turned into just anger and vitriol from a community that doesn't respect the creator's work and hard effort put into a game that they obviously wanted to make. They didn't have to make this. You don't understand. They didn't have to make this game. They could have said, no, screw you. You guys will never get a Tenkaichi game. They could have done that. But instead, we get this. We got something that people would have never fathomed we get. If you would have told me that they confirmed Tenkaichi 4, I would have said you're crazy. They didn't confirm Tenkaichi 4. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? Why would they confirm Tenkaichi 4? That doesn't make any sense. But we got it. We have Tenkaichi 4. We have a game that I thought was never going to come out. And we have a game that is filled with issues and muddled with nonsense. And the beauty that we even get to complain about it is a journey within itself. The issue we get to complain about these Insta Supers and these Insta Sparkings and all this jazz is beautiful within itself. I am over the moon that I get to enjoy and have a fun time witnessing and watching what this game is going to become and what this game is. Yes, there's key issues. Yes, the key blasts are too strong to combat after image strike. Yes, it's an issue. It's a mess. It's nonsensical. Yes, it's horrible to have all these things. But you guys gotta chill out for a second, dude. This is really not that bad. This game is amazing. You're spending so much time complaining about the game that you're not really spending time enjoying what the game actually is. You're not spending time enjoying what we have. There are obvious issues. Nothing is immune to criticism. Nothing on this planet is. But to complain about things that, to the point where you just threaten people and get mad and rage quit and all this stuff, it's so draining. It's the most ungrateful community. And I know what people are going to say. They're going to say, well, there's worse communities. There's League of Legends and there's Dead by Daylight. Yeah, that still doesn't excuse. You pointing out something there's a worse thing doesn't mean that you're still good. You pointing out that the Gears of War community or the Brawlhalla community or the Smash Bros community is bad or worse doesn't change the fact that this community sucks. It doesn't nullify that. You were just telling me another issue that I didn't ask for. You were telling me a separate issue. It's like if I got punched and I said my arm hurts because of the punch, and you said, yeah, but some people don't have arms. I didn't ask about them. I'm in pain right now in my own section. That's what's going on. It is not an issue of main character syndrome or something like that. I am a part of this community. There are issues in this community. That is what I'm addressing. I don't care about League of Legends. I don't care about Dead by Daylight. I don't care about Overwatch. I'm not trying to address those. I'm talking about what is going on here because I'm directly part of this one. That's what's happening. Strange. Strange mentality. Very odd.